Hello, good morning from our side. Happy new month to you all, wherever you are this moment. I want to say you a big welcome to the month of June. It is a month of our overflowing peace. I wish you all a happy new month. If you are there, say hi so I can specially welcome you into this morning broadcast. This is Dynamic Health and Wellness with Juliet. It is a train where we discuss so many things that involves around our health, our well-being, our fertility, our emotional, our social health, everything about our health. Thank you, Donald. You are welcome. Good morning, my big brother. God bless you. Thank you for joining me this morning. I especially welcome you to this morning broadcast. I trust you all. You guys are fine. Your family are well. I wish you a happy new month. It's going to be a month of overflowing peace, like a river, in your home, in your health, in your marriage, in all that concerns you. So this is my prayer for every one of you this month of June. We shall all experience peace over any raging storm that tend to come our way. The peace of the Lord will sweep them away from our life, our household, our family, in Jesus' mighty name. Thank you for joining this morning broadcast. This is Dynamic Health and Wellness with Juliet. It is a train where we discuss so many things that evolve around our heads, our social life, our emotional life, our physical, psychological, emotional, physiological, and as well as our fertility health. So please, as you are joining, do try to like and share this video. Please like and share the video. Share to many. Share to your friends, your contact, as many as you can, and also try to invite others to join this morning broadcast, because we are going to be discussing something very spectacular this morning. So let's take a few minutes of our time to do our sharing. Please share. Let's share the video. Let's share. Let me do my sharing. Please, let's share. Let's show love to one another. Love is sharing. Love is sharing. Let's show love. Let's show love to one another, because there are people out there that are strongly with some issue that cannot speak out, and there is no one there to assist them. But by sharing to them, bringing this video to their contact, they can be blessed and as well. So let's take a few minutes of our time to share. God will bless us as we do that in Jesus' name. Amen. Yes. If you are there, please say hi. I'm still waiting for that to join us. God has been so faithful to us. It is the 6 months of the year, just with the trickling of our eyes. It seems like yesterday when we stepped into year 2022. We are just in the 6 months. We need to give thanks to God, the giver of life, for sustaining us, sustaining the breath in us. It's the reason why we are here. Without the breath, I will not be here, and you will not be here. Our be here this morning is because God has kept us. So if you are joining, say hi so I can welcome you specially to this morning broadcast. God has been so faithful. We should not take this life He has given to us for granted. We should need to appreciate Him and honor Him, reverence His name, because it's the reason why we are here. So thank you so much for joining me from wherever you are. Please announce yourself, your location, and try to like and share this video. Let me know where you are joining from, so I can specially welcome you to this morning broadcast. So this is Dynamic Health and Wellness, and for the past weeks we have been discussing about our fertility health. We know sometimes there are many people out there that are strongly with their fertility health, and some have not been able to know what actually they can do to resolve this issue. Thank you, Daniel. Thank you, Derry. Thank you, Danny. Thank you for joining me, Daniel White Winter, Osarume. Thank you for joining me from wherever you are. Especially welcome you to this morning broadcast. God bless you. This is Dynamic Health and Wellness, where we discuss so many things that involves around our health, our fertility health, our emotional, social health, and as well as our physical health. You know, for someone to talk about wellness, it has to involve around your physical health, emotional, social, psychological, and physiological health. And so if intellectual health as well, if all these are all in place, you can talk about, you can say, yes, I am in a well state of health. So this is what this page is all about. It's a dynamic trade that talks about everything that evolves around our head. And this week, I'm bringing to us some issues about fertility health, because there are many people out there that are struggling with their fertility health. So today, we are looking at common fertility mistakes. Common fertility mistake people make, because sometimes when trying to conceive as a man or a woman, there are some mistakes we make. There are things we do not put in place, and which can also delay the possibility of a conception. So if you are joining, say, I can welcome you. Please, I need to welcome you. I need to welcome you for joining me. So when trying to conceive, couples do make some mistakes that can affect their conception. And so there are other certain issues or factors that can also contribute to this fertility issue that can make someone to be prone to infertility. So there are some problems, like as a woman, if she is not ovulating regularly, or she have a problem with his or her reproductive health. So, and as a man, our reproductive organs as a man is different from the reproductive organ of a woman. And so our reproductive health, if it is not healthy, it can affect conception as well as the ability to conceive. In a man, the issue of their fertility can be linked to low sperm count and there is a erected diffusion. And also in every human, whether a man or a woman, there is also an underlying medical problem, medical issue, or that can also affect their fertility health. So if this issue is prolonged for a long time, it will take a longer time for such an individual to conceive. And so while infertility can have symptoms like irregular period or severe menstrual cramps, or causes of or most of this fertility can also be silent. There are some that can be there, you cannot know that it is an issue. Like someone that is having this STD or STI, they may not know that they have this issue. It is a silent fertility killer. So they will just be there. So some fertility issues can be silent. So while you are trying to pregnant, those things that you need to know that can help you or enhance your possibility for conception are what we are going to discuss this morning. So when we know these mistakes, we also provide ways that we can also resolve these mistakes, so that everyone, as God has created us, He said in the book of Genesis chapter 1 verse 28, said, be fruitful. That was His command. Be fruitful and multiply. So there are certain things, because it is our mandate. Fertility is our mandate. It's our right as a human, because God has given us that right. But there are certain lifestyles or attitude or habits that someone might be adapting to that can also prevent he or she from performing or able to actualize this mandate that God has given to us. And along the line in our health, in our life, we sometimes make some mistakes. So let us look at those mistakes that one can make in his or her fertility life. So one of those fertility issues in a man, infertility, for example, can lead to some rare symptoms that you cannot see. The symptoms are so rare that they cannot even be physically viewed. You cannot see them. So, but in a woman, their fertility problem are very, very obvious. You can see them. So, let us look at some of those mistakes and let us see ways that we can resolve them. One of the mistakes that is normally made is when you are not trying enough. When you are not trying enough. You know, if you are 35 years, 35 years younger, maybe 35 years downward, and you are trying to conceive, and you have waited or you have tried for up to about 6 months or a year, and it's not coming, there is need for you to see a specialist. But so people make such mistake in this way. They are 35 years younger, maybe from 28 years to 35 years. They have been waiting, they are married, and they have been waiting to get pregnant, and it's not coming. They still keep on trying. If you are of that age from 35 years downward, you need to try at most for 1 year. If after 1 year it's not coming, I advise you go and see a specialist. You need to see a specialist immediately. And if you are 35 years above, whether a male or a female, because in a woman, fertility issue from 35 are very, very complicated. But in a man, the fertility issue starts from the age of 40. From 35 to 40, from 40 it becomes obvious. So that is why I said the way God created the female and the male are quite different. Our reproductive organs are quite different. So that is why we have different stage of our age that we can be so concerned about our fertility age. And so if you are 35 as a woman and you have waited or tried for up to about 6 months, it's need for you to see a specialist. So in this case, you need to see a specialist, because having a well-trained sexual intercourse without any prevention, there is a probability that conception must take place between 6 months if you are trying naturally. But if it's not coming within the 6 months, there is need for you to go and see a specialist. Because seeing a specialist is going to give you the probability of actualizing your dream. That is one mistake that people make. That not trying for long enough. Not trying long enough. So another mistake that can also be made by people that are trying to conceive is not ovulating. And it's a woman. This is proof for a woman. Not ovulating. Please, if you are joining us, please state your location and try to share this video as well. We are talking about common fertility mistakes, not ovulation. When the woman is not ovulating is the ability for an egg to be released from the ovaries. A woman is created with 2 ovaries, one at the left and one at the right. So every month, a woman must release an egg. But if the egg is not released from either of these 2 ovaries, there is no way a sperm can fertilize it. So a woman conception requires an egg and a sperm to be able to fertilize. And so when ovulation is not coming, there's no way conception can take place. So therefore, if you are not ovulating, pregnancy cannot be possible. Sometimes we women, we are faced with the problem of annual ovulation. And ovulation, this is common cause of female infertility. It's a common cause of female infertility, and it can be triggered. There are many things that trigger this annual ovulation. Annual ovulation is that when a woman is not ovulating, it's annual ovulation. Ovulation is not present. So some people feel that, every month that maybe ovulation must surely come. There are some months that ovulation does not come. And when this ovulation is not coming, there are some factors that can trigger it, that can cause this annual ovulation, such as PCOS, postpartum ovarian syndrome. So it's one of the symptoms that can trigger annual ovulation. So being overweight, when you are overweight as a woman, it is going to affect your ovulation. It is going to affect that probability of you to be able to release an egg every month. Or when you are underweight, Remember that the actual weight you are supposed to have as a woman that is trying for fertility is between 18.5 to 18.5 to 27. That is your normal BIM range from the BIM chart that you can have. But if your weight is below this or above this, that is either you are overweight or you are obese, and this can affect your ovulation. So another thing that can also trigger an ovulation, that is an ability for you to release an egg, is what we call primary ovarian insufficiency. Primary ovarian insufficiency means there is not enough egg in your ovaries. When there is not enough egg in your ovary, there is no way that you can ovulate. Because when a woman is born, right from when she is, let me say, when a female child is conceived, right from where she is in her mother womb, the number of eggs she's going to have all through her reproductive year is already in her womb. So every female child born have this number of eggs they are going to carry out through the reproductive year. And so when they started growing older, at least by the time they reach their puberty age, they might have exhausted some. At least science said that a woman must be born with at least 1 billion of eggs and 1,000 of eggs. And by the time she gets to 35, she might not be having a very few eggs, because every month a woman menstruates, she loses an egg. But for a man, the man does not lose sperm, because as they are losing, it is rebounding. As they are losing, it's rebounding. But the woman is not like that. And that is why when it gets to 35, you need to go and check your ovarian reserve by going for ovarian reserve test to know how many eggs that you have inside your ovaries. And this is going to help you to start making up for your time so that you do not exhaust all those eggs that are there. So primary ovarian insufficiency can also trigger annual ovulation, and also thyroid problem, thyroid diffusion. Thyroid diffusion, that is your thyroid gland, because I will still have a time to talk about this thyroid because it is a very issue in our head. So our thyroid gland is an hormone. There is an hormone that is in thyroid that controls every other hormones in our body. So if this thyroid, our thyroid gland that is located like it's a butterfly shape in your neck, is there. So if this gland is not, this hormone is not balanced, it's going to affect your ovulation. And also apoprolactin, that is when you are having low prolactin. Low prolactin can also affect or triggers ovulation. And also excessive exercise. We know exercise are good. We need to exercise, yes. But when you are doing it excessively, it will affect ovulation, especially those athletes that go for this high jump, high impact exercise can affect ovulation. But if you are doing a low impact exercise like walking, swimming, cycling, and dancing, and so on, all those can help to improve your ovulation. But if you are going for an high impact exercise, it can affect ovulation. So people who are experiencing ovulation problem have irregular period. Maybe this month they will not, that period will not come, the other month it will come. Just it will not be regular. It means that kind of person or a woman is having ovulation problem. But sometimes there are some issues. Sometimes it happens that you can be having irregular period and you are not ovulating. Yes, it's possible. So there are some issues that are related to it. Like I said, if you are overweight, even though you are still having regular period, you might not be ovulating because that overweight can affect it. And so if you have irregular cycle, see a doctor. And even if you have not been trying for a year, just try and see a doctor. It will definitely help you. So do not make this mistake. Thank you, Fervent, for joining me. Thank you for joining me this morning. We are talking about common fertility mistakes people make. The next mistake that people can make is male fertility. Male fertility, this is a mistake because some people pose the problem on the female. When a couple are married and the babies are not forthcoming, they will start blaming the woman. But do they know that the man themselves also have their infertility problem? Yes. Men also have infertility issue. So just as it happened to a woman, so in 20% to 30% of couples that are married, the main partner has a fertility issue. So male infertility rarely have symptoms. Like I said, their symptoms are rarely. You cannot see their symptoms that are obvious or that can be observable. So without a semen analysis, you cannot know that a man is infertile. So for you to know that a man is infertile, you need to go for a semen analysis test. So you need to go for a semen analysis test, which is a test that will measure the X of his sperm and the mortality of the sperm. So this test will help the female partner to know what to do when they are trying to conceive. So the man should not put all the blame on the woman. The man needs to be tested as well as the woman. So if both of them can go for a test and able to figure out what actually is causing delay in their fertility health, I think that problem can be resolved. So this is another mistake that people make in their fertility health. So let's try as much as we can to put this mistake in order by going for a test on time. And another one is age-related infertility. Sometimes our age can affect our fertility. No, compared to this era we are, you see many single sisters, many male brothers, they are yet to marry at their actual age. So when age can also affect your fertility. Infertility in women after 35 years. In women after 35 years, it takes a longer time to conceive, except by God's intervention. But I know that with God, all things are possible. If you are trying and you put your faith on God, yes, God will surely do it. So we know with God, all things are possible. If you look at our mama, Sarah, and our papa, Abraham, look at their age differences when they give birth to their son. It is to tell us that with God, impossibility is nothing. But we should not just take that as to ourselves, but we need to try. We need to put more effort. We need to do what we need to do so that when we have done our part, we start living the other part to God. So God will surely intervene and bring our expectation to reality. So many people assume that if they still have regular period as a woman, that their fertility is okay. No, it is not a guarantee for you. So age impacts egg quality as a woman. As you are aging, as I said, that is how your egg decrease, because every month you release an egg. If that egg is not fertilized, it must go to break down and run out as a period that month. So you have lost that egg and you cannot get it back. So as a woman, every egg you lose one, every month you lose an egg. So that is how your leg, if you are the one, maybe your egg, your variance reserve is 50 and you have been losing egg for about 10 years, you are not married. Just calculate the number of eggs that will be remaining. So that is not. And as a man, after age 40, they may have some issue with their sperm motility, because the sperm motility is best at the age of 25 to 35, but the ability for the sperm to move faster, the motility of the sperm can be reduced when the man gets to about 55 years old. And that is why you see some men today, they can marry from 45, 50, 55. But the way their sperm motility will be was when they were 20 or 25 is not the way it is going to be at the age of 55. So the motility of the sperm is more, it can affect the fertility of that couple if it is not moving faster, because the sperm need to swim faster to reach the egg for fertility, for conception to take place. And so for 30 years there is a likely difference that the man may not be fertile as he used to be at 20s. So in a woman from 35 years, the ability or the chances of conception can also have some difficulty, like miscarriages, as well as low birth rate of the baby, and also increase in childbirth defects. That is to say, from 35 years old and a woman is able to get pregnant, yes, there is some high risk of miscarriages. Why did I say so? Because most of our hormone might be out of balance at that time. That is why as a woman, if you are trying to conceive, the first thing you need to do is to detox. You need to detox yourself. You need to flush out all those, when I say toxins, all those excess fats that are accumulating in your body and in your reproductive organs. You need to do a complete detox. Detox yourself completely. Then shed down weight. This detoxing can help to shed down your weight. So when you are having this moderate weight, it is going to give you a perfect pregnancy. Even at 40, you see people still give birth at 40. Why? Because they are able to balance their hormones. Hormonal imbalance is a very big problem in fertility. So when your hormones are balanced, there is no problem. So that is it. So miscarriage can be also be a difficulty if definitely pregnancy comes up. So age affects both man and woman when they are trying to conceive. So you need to know this. You need to know this and know what to do. So the next one is blocked fallopian tube. Blocked fallopian tube. A woman has 2 fallopian tubes. So we have one on the left and the right, and this fallopian tube, they have their ovaries attached to it. That is where the egg can be released. So when the egg is released from either of the left or right ovaries, they will swim to the fallopian tube. So at the fallopian tube, whenever they have intercourse, the sperm of the man is going to move from the cervix through the uterus and swim to the fallopian tube. So from the fallopian tube, the egg and the sperm will meet. So if the fallopian tube is blocked, as a woman, it is going to affect the fertility. So how do you know that your fallopian tube is blocked? As a woman, there are so many things that can lead to blocked fallopian tube. So if you are joining us, please locate yourself, announce yourself, so I can welcome you into this morning broadcast. So there are many things that can cause blocked fallopian tube, especially PID, pelvic inflammatory disease. I've discussed that in my last broadcast. Pelvic inflammatory disease is one cause of blocked fallopian tube. It can either block the fallopian tube or damage it. So if the fallopian tube is blocked, there is no way the egg and the sperm can meet. And so that is why we need to protect ourselves from this pelvic inflammatory disease, which is caused by chlamydia or gonorrhea. These are the 2 diseases that can cause pelvic inflammatory disease. It can be caused by either gonorrhea or chlamydia. So these 2 diseases, they are sexually transmitted disease. And that is why as a woman or as a man, you need to go for test. You need to test for infection. Test for infection at the right time. If you go for test for infection, you can be able to treat this infection completely so that it will not affect your fertility. This is a common mistake people make. They don't go for treatment for infection. They don't test for infection. Gonorrhea or chlamydia, they will not give you more signs. They will be there. They are silent infertility killers. They will be there. They will be damaging and eating up your reproductive organs. They will be eating up your reproductive organs. Thank you, Jennifer Best, for joining me. God bless you. This is Dynamic Health and Wellness, where we talk about everything about our health. And this morning we are looking at common fertility mistake, because fertility health is very important. We need to be concerned about our fertility health. So when this chlamydia or gonorrhea affect an individual, they will first and foremost give you some small sign. By first and foremost inching, and you'll be thinking it's something. Maybe you just go to the chemist and buy some, you just take, you might be thinking it's clear. After a while you don't feel the symptom again. But some of them, they will start from your lower genital part to the higher genital part, which is your reproductive organs. From there, they will start multiplying. Either they damage the fallopian tube or they block it. It is either, if you are lucky as a woman, it is blocked. Whenever you have two, maybe one can be blocked, the other can be open. Your chances of conception is guaranteed. But if two of the fallopian tube is blocked, no, it will be a complex case. But though it's considered, but it's going to be complex. So please, let's try to go for this what we call it, infection treatments and tests. Let's test for infection. It will really help our fertility. So ability to test for, ignorance to test for this infection is affecting many fertility of couples today. So that is why we need not to play with our fertility health. So if anything prevent the fallopian tube from working properly, and or carrying out its job, or scaring it from the egg and the sperm to meet, so infertility will not be a problem. Like pelvic pain. How do you know that you have a blocked fallopian tube? You start feeling pelvic pain on your pelvis. Pain. You'll be feeling pain, kind of inflammatory pain. So when you have this pelvic pain, you need to go for a test instantly. So you need to go for a scan. They will know whether it is an infection, so that you can get treated on time. You don't need to wait. So another thing that can also another mistake that couples also make when trying to get pregnant is underlying medical problem. Like I said before I started, there are some people that might have health issues. Health issue can come up maybe during their early age, their puberty or their early adult age. So if this problem is not resolved, it's going to affect their fertility. So this can lead to infertility in both man and a woman. And so, for example, a thyroid problem, like I said, this thyroid problem, we don't need to take it for granted, because this thyroid, it occupies about 20 different hormones. It controls 20 different hormones in our body. So our thyroid head is very, very important. And I will try to come up to teach on this thyroid head, how it relates to your colon, and how from the colon relate to your intestine, to every other, to your other organs in you. So the thyroid head need to be put in place. We need to take care of our thyroid head. So if you have this thyroid imbalance or undiagnosed diabetes, this can cause infertility. And we know what diabetes is. Diabetes, when excess insulin, when your blood sugar becomes high, so it can affect your fertility. So even this STI, sexually transmitted infection, can also affect your fertility. So all these different medical conditions, medical problems that someone has as a man or as a woman can affect their fertility. And so that is why you need to resolve them. Even anxiety and depression, when someone is depressed, it's a very big problem. Because when you are depressed at that time, you will not want to see anybody. You don't be isolated. So it can affect your fertility. So all these are medical underlying issue that some people ignore. They don't know that it is a mistake. So there are, when you can able to resolve this problem, if it is a thyroid, you need to balance your thyroid hormone by eating healthy fiber. The food that are rich in fiber, food that are rich in probiotic, food that are rich in prebiotic. All this will help to balance your thyroid hormones. and put them in place. If it is STI, you need to go for a scan, and you need to go for a scan and take the adequate treatment on time. And if it is diabetes, you need to reduce your sugar level and start eating organic fruits and veggies. And you try as much as you can to take adequate medical prescription that is given to you by your doctor. If you are doing all this, I think you are going to help your fertility health to come up. And another one is certain medication. There are certain medication that some people take and they don't know that it can affect their fertility. Like for somebody that is depressed, how can you be taking antidepressants? When you take this antidepressant for so long, it can affect that woman from able to conceive naturally. For a woman that has been undergoing so chronic stress can lead to anxiety and depression. And when one is depressed, and instead of the person to take the actual medication, like exercising, like eating, like having adequate sleep, and the person started taking antidepressant drugs. And this antidepressant drug, according to research, can affect every woman that has been suffering from a long time depression and will affect her chances to conceive naturally. So these are mistakes people make. So we should try to resolve this. So not seeking fertility specialist or treatment on time. Not seeking fertility treatment. So the best way, when I said that maybe as a woman from 35 years, you have been trying and it's not, 35 years, you have been trying for 6 months and it's not coming. You need to go for fertility treatment. So people just ignore fertility treatment that is not going to work. Let me keep trying. God will do it. We know God is omnipotent, omnipresent, omniscience in his dealing. But what he created them for our use. All the herbs, the plants, and there's all the trees, all the grasses, everything created. He created them for our use. And most of these supplements and treatment, they are made from what God has created. So you do not overlook anyone. So you need to go for fertility treatment. So if you are a woman that has been trying for 6 months, or 35 years above, 40 years, 39, 38, 40 years, and you have been trying for 6 months and it's not coming, go for a fertility treatment. Go for a fertility, meet your OB or a gynecologist. These people can tell you, they can diagnose your fertility problem and they will tell you what to use, and this will help you. So whether you are trying to get pregnant for the first time, or maybe you have been pregnant before and you have a miscarriage and you have been trying and it's not coming, or you have been pregnant and you have already given birth and you are trying to conceive again and it's not coming, there is need to meet a specialist. This specialist, they will evaluate your fertility health, they will look at what the problem is, they will put on testing for you, then you do it, and then it will be okay. But some people, they put off testing, they don't want to go for this testing, and it's a big mistake. When they are trying to pregnant, they don't want to go for a test. It is a big mistake. You need to go for a test. You need to examine your internal body. Like you see a very beautiful sister, she's looking grand, she's looking fresh, and I'm going to marry her. But do you know what is inside? You cannot see the inside. It is the inside that matters. It is the inside that matters. So before you go, you have been trying and it's not working, go for a test. So people will say, no need for me to be tested now. I'm fine. I'm not sick. I'm okay. No. There are some fertility issues that are not obvious. Your eyes cannot see them. They are not manifesting like a baby rashes on your body. No, it's not that. They cannot see the sign. So many people who have an infertility issue do not have some outward signs or symptoms of a fertility problem on their body. So the best way to know this issue is for testing. So the sooner you go, it will help you, and the more likely your chances to get pregnant. And the other problem that people still make is that they do not wait to ask for help. Do not wait to ask for help. So if you are 35 years, do not wait till full year. 35 years, do not wait till full year before you start asking for help. Ask about fertility testing. Go for a test. And that between 6 months, if you go for a test, you will discover that between a few months, your problem will be resolved. With your faith in God and doing your part, everything will be resolved. So talk to your daughter. If you are 40 years and you have been trying for a year and it's not coming, talk to your daughter. Your daughter will go for a test for you. If after the test, the doctor discovers that your fertility health is okay, everything is okay, then you can still keep trying. You can still keep trying. Put your faith in God and everything will work out. But if you waited for at least a 6 months after your doctor said your fertility is okay, after 6 months you can still go back to the doctor. So any alternative can be given to you. So but the people will not want to ask for help. So it's a mistake. It's a big mistake. So if no of your case of fertility is found in you, so you can keep trying as well and everything will be fine. So another one is healthy habits. Healthy habit. This is where many mistakes people make. Healthy habit, do and do not. Healthy habit, do and do not. That is your lifestyle. So people have a very awful lifestyle. Awful lifestyle that does not improve their physical, their emotional, their psychological, their physiological, their fertility life. So do not assume age is the only thing that can affect fertility. No, age is not the only thing. So when you are trying to conceive quickly, when you are over 35 years, your lifestyle can also work against you. Your lifestyle can also work against you as you are trying, whether you are a man or you are a woman. So your lifestyle can work against you. So lifestyle habits have been linked to fertility challenges, such as, for example, a woman who smokes have eggs that are age faster. So a woman that smokes, her egg will age faster. Her egg will be reducing faster. So that is, your diet and your lifestyle can affect your fertility life. Eating healthy diet, let go of fertility boosting habits, and also maintaining a healthy weight can also help you to overcome this fertility problem. So treatment will be more successful if your weight is moderate. Exercising always. There is no limit. If it is 10 exercises a day you are able to do, yes, just do it, provided you sweat. That sweat that comes out, it has already caused your heartbeat to beat faster and your blood to move and flow and circulate faster all over your system. And that 10 minutes exercise can help reduce some bit of pounds from you. So that is why I said you can go for a low impact exercise, or like walking 30 minutes a day. It's okay. Like after eating, some people will just carry their cloth and sleep, or carry their phone and start pressing. The whole thing will be accumulated there. Before you know it, you are obese. So exercising is okay. So trying to make a lifestyle changes, like avoiding sugar, and overall choosing a healthy diet, reduce your sugar intake. If you are a woman and you are trying to pregnant, cut away sugar, cut away any sugary beverage. Rather be taking water and fruits and veggies and you see how your lifestyle, your health will improve. You also cut down alcoholic drink. If you are the woman that are trying to pregnant or a man that is trying to pregnant, you need to cut your alcohol, because the more you drink alcohol, the substance for the alcohol will affect your thyroid hormones and will start destroying those natural bacteria that are protecting your guts. And when these bacteria are being eliminated, you will not be having problem with your thyroid hormone. So alcohol can limit your natural bacteria in your gut, your probiotic bacteria. So cut down alcohol, maintain healthy weight, reduce your caffeine intake and as well as consumption, quit smoking. So all these are mistakes that people make when they are trying to pregnant. They don't put all this in consideration. They don't think, let me drink it. He said, drink and forget your sorrow. No. When you are drinking, if at all you need to drink alcohol, at least a little bit is okay. Don't over drink. Excessive, anything that is too excessive, anything that is too much can affect your health. So getting pregnant after 35 is not as easy as it was in 25. While it can be challenging, it is possible that many people still have their kids after in their life. Yes, there are some people that still have their kids even after 35. So the most important thing is that you must feel ready. You must be ready to have a family. When you are ready to have a family, wherever you are, whatever you choose to have them. But when you try and say that I want to start my family, that is when the challenges come. That is when the effort comes. That is when you want to say, I want to start my family. What is depriving me? Let me find out. You take action. Yeah, you take action. When you switch to action and you are able to resolve the causes, then your aim, your purpose, your dream will surely come to pass. So why you cannot prevent yourself from getting about what you do, about your lifestyle habit that can help you age gratefully. There are some lifestyle habits that when you are aging, you will not, it will make you even look younger than your age. That is why you see some people in their 50s. A man in the 50s, it will look like 35. Or a woman in her 60s, she will look like 40s. Why? Because they are having a good lifestyle. So, such as eating well, exercising, quitting smoking, quitting alcohol. So if you have been trying to get pregnant for 6 months and without no success, talk to your doctor, talk to your gynecologist and an OB. And the sooner you have this fertility testing, so if it is needed, the doctor will tell you need the fertility testing and you need to do this, you need to do this, this is what you need to put in place, this is what you need to put in place. So the sooner you will see your dream coming to pass. So more likely the treatment will be successful for you. But some people that ignore this testing, they don't know which one will be successful for them. So you need to try. Go for testing. After your testing, the doctor will diagnose what the problem is. If it is PCOS, it will tell you this is what you need to do. If it is a thyroid or a problem, it will tell you what you need to do. Because all these problems, they have the way they can be resolved naturally using natural organic product, plant-based products. Like I have my fertility boost pack for a woman who is trying to conceive, and the fertility boost pack for a man who is trying to conceive. So we have all this fertility boost pack, and they are all made from plant-based nutrient. Plant-based nutrient. There is no chemical. This is all natural, and they have been naturally and scientifically tested, and they are okay. They are working. So if you have any issue that has to do with your fertility, when you meet your doctor, they will tell you this is the problem and this is what you need to do. Then as you are doing it, if you are the one that maybe your problem is that you need to reduce weight, you are too fat, so your weight is affecting it, you start working on your weight. Whatever the problem is, start working on your head. That is why they'll say that when you are asking something from God, you put your faith on Him first. Then your faith assures you that what you are asking you are going to get it. That is number one. But if you are not having faith, and then maybe the doctor tells you that this is your problem, and you say, okay, if this is my problem, what can I do to resolve it? He said, this is what you need to resolve it. Okay. Then you just believe what the doctor tells you, and at the same time, look at what God said about that case. Because every promises of God in the Bible, they are for us. So what God says about that case, you pray along with it. You just do what the doctor asks you to do. Then you put your faith on God. You are not putting your faith on the medicine. No. You are putting your faith on God because God is the giver of children. God is the one that gives children. You just do what the doctor asks you to do. Put your faith on God and then start working on your own physical self. And everything will surely work out well. So these are some mistakes people make, and we need to resolve this mistake and do the right thing, and everything will work out well for us. So I still have my fertility boost pack with me. If you have anyone or that have issues with his or fertility health, you can let me know by WhatsApping my contact, and I will let you know how you can get them. So we have them. They are all naturally and organic. They are very safe to use. So because I said previously that the first thing any woman that is trying to pregnant today or a man is a detox. You need to detox, because if you don't flush out those rubbish that are inside, because if we talk of this detox, so people for the past, since they have been born, they have never detoxed. When you tell them, have you do detox, they will say, yeah, what is detox? I don't even know what that one is. So it's so funny. It's so funny. So detox is very good. Not for only when you are trying to pregnant, not only when you are trying to lose weight. Detox is good for your overall health. Because many 90% of sicknesses or diseases of the cause of death today is as a result of our gut, our colon health. So when that colon is not clean, when your colon is not clean, when your gut health is not balanced, it's a big problem. So our gut health is very, very important. So we need to take care of our gut, and we need to eat food that can help with our gut health, not sugary food, because sugary food will only multiply. It will kill off those natural bacteria that are protecting your gut health. But the food that are good, like fiber, like green vegetable, vitamins, and all those seed and seeds, they are good for your gut health. And like yogurt is very good for your gut health. Berries are good for your gut health. I have mine here, which I normally take. I think by my next broadcast, by God's grace, I'm going to display some of those products for us so that we can see them. So I just make an order. So maybe by my next broadcast, that we have them, so I can display some of them for you, and you can see and you can know what they do, how they help. So they are very good. So let's try to take care of our health. So this is where we come to an end today. Thank you everyone for being part of my broadcast this morning. Thank you, Dennis. Thank you, Dolan. Thank you, Faven, and as many out there that are watching. I want to say a big thank you for joining me, and I hope to come our way by God's special grace on Friday, same time, 10 o'clock. Central European time, and 9 o'clock West Africa time on Friday, same venue, Dynamic Health and Wellness. Please do like my page and follow my page. Turn on your notification bell, and you will get my a notification whenever I come live. And also try to share this video, share to as many as you can, and the Lord will bless us. Thank you guys. I appreciate you. Happy new month. Once again, it is going to be a month of overflowing peace over every storm of life. God will grant you overflowing peace over them. No matter what the economic of the country is saying, the peace of the Lord that passes all human understanding will suppress it, and you will flow and you will swim in the ocean of peace. In this month of June, it shall be well with you. It shall be well with your marriage. It shall be well with your health. It shall be well with your whatever you do, your job, your businesses, your career, your education, in the mighty name of Jesus. Thank you for joining me. Have a nice day. I love you all. Bye.